What it do? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cherie, and you are locked in here at Cherie's Life of Luxury. Make sure you subscribe and make sure your post notification bell is turned on so that you won't miss an upload when a video goes up. And I'm here with my girl Jaeda.The.Creata. Jaeda. Welcome to Cherie's Life of Luxury. This is my girl's first time. I'm smiling so hard because I'm so happy to have her here. It's her first time.
I'm excited.
Yeah, this is your first time making an appearance on my page, on my channel. How does it feel?
That's wonderful. I've been ready to get on your page, girl.
Yeah. So we're about to get started with talking about all things AI and art. So make sure that you are locked in and you are paying attention and taking notes. And this is actually going to be a tipsy talk. We have our Chardonnay here.
It's like the third lane.
You know, cheers to RAGS2RICHGIRLS.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So we're going to have a little tipsy talk. We're going to talk all things AI and art. And yeah, so I want to really get your perspective as far as AI goes. Like, I know you went to the, what school did you go to?
The Art Institute of Atlanta.
Period, yes. And I know they taught like digital art as well and the importance of that. So tell me, like, do you see digital art taking over real art in the near future?
Oh, actually, this is a really good question because people think that real art is being played out or it's not as popular as it used to be, but in reality, real art might be more popular than digital art. Digital art is very fun to do, fun to make. You can kind of just relax with digital art because, you know, when you're doing like a painting or something, if you mess up, you're gonna have to start over. With digital art, I can double tap on my iPad and undo that.
Okay.
And I'll find myself when I'm like painting or like drawing, I'll try to double tap and I'm like, what are you doing? But no, so.
What? When you playing in real life?
Because I'm so used to digital art.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, people will always love real, or not real art, but art that's handmade.
Right.
That you can just physically touch and see because it's always going to be a one-on-one.
Yeah, I can see that, and it's more appreciated that way too. Like,
yeah, when you actually sit down and take the time to paint what you could do digitally.
Right.
Because like my art is pretty intricate. So like when I sit down to paint it, after I draw it, I'm over it.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
So you're not gonna make 1,000 copies of one painting.
That's right. And you know what? That kind of goes back to like what we were talking about. Well, when we went to that art show earlier today, right? So Jaeda and I went to an art show today. What was it called again? Cat Eye.
It was at the Cat Eye Creative Studio. And the artist was Lucy Lukovich, and she was doing her debut of what was it called, Pop My Cherry.
Yes, so cute.
It was very nice, and all of her art is painting. She does charcoal art, and it's really amazing.
Yes, and it's
really amazing.
I agree. It is very amazing, y'all, and just looking at the artwork, looking at the strokes of it. Yeah, like you said, the intricate detail.
Like just using different lighting or different shades of gray and white to show that the cherry was shining. Yeah. It's just really interesting to see up close and personal.
I agree. Y'all definitely go check out their art. It's so good. The art is so good. And check out my girl Jaeda. She is a digital artist and a physical artist as well. She has physical art, digital art. It is so good. Chef's kiss. Listen, I love it. So,
but yeah,
go follow.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pop some up on the screen. I love popping stuff up on the screen. I'm gonna pop some of your art up. So, yes, the creator and founder.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's talk about since we're talking about digital art, let's talk about AI. Because I even know, okay, so for people who don't know, AI is what is it? Artificial intelligence. Yes. And so it's basically taking lots of bits of information and generating a desired request, basically. So if you request it to generate a speech for you or
an idea,
any type
it's
of
going to pretty much literally tell you what to do. You can look up how do I put on an art show. It's going to tell you step by step of what to do, numbered.
Right. And they even have gone as far now as like you can use AI to do noise cancellation for your sound on your
I didn't know
videos.
that.
Yeah, that's a new thing. I'm about
for
to
AI to really edit the video.
Yeah, and like take out background noise and recognize what's background and what's not. You know
what should be coming to the front.
Yes, and then also with art too. You know, like with NFTs, that's kind of like AI, but like in the digital art world. And so, you know, you and I have been talking a lot about NFTs over the last few years, and I feel like, let me ask you, do you feel like NFTs is something that people should start learning more about? Like, do you feel like it's worth learning about, or do you think it's just something fleeting that's just kind of like, I'll be here now and gone later?
So what people don't understand about NFTs is that even though it was popular within these last couple of years, NFTs have been around for a long time. It's always been a market that's just been kind of up and running. But as we're getting into this digital world, it's come to the forefront and people are starting to learn about it. But that's how a lot of artists were like getting exposed. That's how they were able to sell their art and make a living off of it, is by creating an NFT. And an NFT is a non-fungible token. So it's meaning that basically it's just your signature on your digital art to let other people know that this is not their art, even though they bought it and they do own it now. They did not create that art. So it's just pretty much like a way for people, digital artists, to sell their art and actually make a living off of it and get noticed. Like, people don't know that Tekashi Palm, Kanye West found him looking on an NFT website. And that's how they became cool and knowing each other. And Tekashi did his album cover for College Dropout.
Wow.
The Bear. Yeah, so Tekashi Palm piece.
Okay.
But yeah, so NFTs have always been around. They're gonna always be around as long as this digital world is digital, and it will always be.
I like that. And so, do you think that NFTs are just going to continue to develop more and more? And like,
yeah, I think they're going to, especially with us becoming more and more familiar with like the use of AI and the use of virtual reality. Yeah, NFTs will become a little more structured.
Okay.
But
do you think the government is gonna kind of take over like AI at some point? Like,
that's the beauty of crypto. Okay. The government does not own crypto. They can't touch crypto. They can't tax crypto, which is why most billionaires trade or use that type of currency.
Okay.
Because it's not taxable.
Okay. Okay, period. That's good to know. I love that you came on here dropping the gems for the girls, because you know what? These are all gems that like you could use if you are trying to become rich. Like cryptocurrency,
it's not easy.
NFTs, like art, selling art, digital and physical art.
And once you get like the ins and outs of NFTs, because I have a team that is pretty much trying to develop our own NFT, and I was thinking that it was gonna be, we just gonna develop it for 1 week and we're gonna put it out. No, it's been a year now that we are still kind of just learning what an NFT really is, how it's used, how it's sold, and how to make one. Because at the end of the day, it is generating, or certain websites for NFTs generate thousands and thousands of copies for you to sell at one time. So generating those different copies of that one piece, you have to code that. Okay. I didn't know that until I started looking into NFTs.
And that's time consuming in itself.
And it's time consuming, and then if you're learning it, like we are learning it as we go right now. Until I can find a actual coder. But right now, like, everything that we do is blurry, moving things around because we're not coding it correctly.
Wow. So, okay. So you need a team, basically, when you're gonna go ahead and do like art on the web. Like,
yeah, if you are really wanting to take on digital art and like selling NFTs or selling on the digital platform, like in virtual reality, you're going to need a team. Yeah. Unless you are Bill Nye, the science guy, you're going to need a team.
Because why would you even want to do all of that yourself?
Why would you want to do that yourself? It's doable. But it's, you know, if you can make things easier and a little bit quicker and you're learning from these people who already know something, I just feel like, why not?
Right.
And nowadays, and not even nowadays, back in the day, you need a team. You can't do everything alone. You can, but you're going to drive yourself insane. Right. Trust me, I know, because I tried to do it myself, and I wanted to jump out that window.
Yeah, it's like having a team is so important, and I feel like it's so undervalued. Like, I think people have, like, I have this new thing, it's called a struggle kink. And I think people really enjoy like the struggle that comes with like entrepreneurship and like being a creative. But in actuality, like it could be so simple.
It can be so simple.
Just hire people
and I've experienced exactly what you're talking about, where I feel like if it's not hard enough, did I really do it?
Right, yeah.
If it was too easy,
is it worth
was it really worth it? But having a dad who's also a business owner and entrepreneur, created something from the ground up, and being able to grow up and see that, he always told me, pause, take 6. So I'm thankful to have a dad who built a business from the ground up, and I was able to experience and live and see that as I was growing up till now, to see like the struggles that my mom and dad went through growing their own business and developing their own business and figuring out what they wanted to do. To see them now being able to literally live their best life. And when I say that, I really mean it. When if they want to get up in the morning and go to Paris, they can.
Yes.
But it's amazing to see that. And my dad, the one thing he always told, or the lessons that he always told me was, keep it simple, one step at a time, take your time, and keep things in order.
Okay.
That's the biggest. The biggest 2 things is to keep it simple and keep it in order. And keep moving. Because as long as you're moving, you're gonna always see an effect. Yeah. If you're not moving, nothing's gonna happen.
No progress. Literally. We love Pops for.
Yeah. Shouts out to Pops for his saying, "Kiss, keep it simple, stupid."
I like that. Can't go wrong with the kiss.
Can't go wrong with the kiss.
So as far as being an artist goes, like, what has that been like post school? Like, what has like really putting your foot out there after going to school for art? Like, because that's clearly your passion. You want to learn everything you want to know about it, everything you could know about it. So now that you've gained that knowledge, met those people who made those connections, what is it like out here in these Atlanta streets as an artist?
So, when I got out of school, I was still a little lost. I knew pretty much like the ins and outs of art. And when I started the Art Institute, that's where I found my love for digital art. Because, you know, going there, it wasn't a choice. Like, you were going to learn pretty much every aspect of art. So we had like realism classes. We had just, you know, regular painting classes. We had charcoal classes, digital art classes, the Photoshop classes.
Oh yeah.
Just all types of things.
Design,
sewing classes, everything. It was everything you could ever need to know about arts. And then I went there to learn fashion. Even though I went for fashion design and I had a minor in business, we still learned everything that there was to know about digital, drawing, painting, charcoal. Like, you're going to learn everything, because when you go to the Art Institute, of course, you might have your mind fixated on this one thing, and sometimes you just gonna keep with that. You just gonna do that. When I went there, my major quickly changed from just fashion design and business to digital design. and I fell in love with digital design.
Okay.
Because it was just the way I grew up watching a lot of cartoons, a lot of just like fantasy, different worldly characters and stories, but was always centered on Earth.
Okay.
Just so it can, relate to us.
Alien shit.
But so going to school and realizing that digital art was not like that. It's not easy, but it was fun to learn, and that it was right there at my fingertips. It kind of just opened up like a soft spot in me because I grew up watching cartoons. So to be able to cartoonize and digitize my work, it was like really exciting.
And I never thought about it that way. I don't know why I never thought about like your graphic designs being like you cartoonizing your life.
Literally. That's why I cannot wait until the story of Vu comes out, because a lot of people that know me are gonna be like like, oh my god. Yes.
Even people who don't know
it correlates.
Even people who don't know you, yeah, for sure. I can see that. So okay, so speaking of Vu, so I know Vu, it's like you said, it's developing its own storyline. So what can people expect from Vu in the near future? Like, are we looking at a movie? Are we looking at a series? Are we looking at like, just give us what you see Vu being.
So
VU for the people who knew.
VU for the people who knew.
Yeah, VU if you in you.
So with Vu, it's called Inside Vu, which is basically coming inside my head. It's literally inside my mind. But so Vu, just a little backstory. So there's Vu the human, Vu the world, and Vu the doll.
Are you Vu the human?
Yes.
Okay.
So Vu the human creates this doll that's basically like a voodoo doll. It creates energy, it intakes energy, pretty much it's like an energy holding cell for Vu the human, because Vu the human has so much energy to give that sometimes it overwhelms her.
Oh, so she puts it into
her Vu doll.
Ah.
The energy is so strong that it brings the Vu doll to life. But it's not like a life that we just know. It's the Vu doll pretty much having a dream, and Vu the human, right? Cause what are you doing?
Ruining my video. Shut the fuck up.
So Vu the doll is having a dream, and Vu the human can sense this dream because they're connected. They are sharing the same energy. So Vu the human meditates and gets inside Vu. Okay. And inside Vu is a world, and the reason that I chose like the button eye, of course, is really personal to the Vu doll, like a Vu doll period, a voodoo doll period. Okay. You'll always see the button eyes, little rag doll. The button eyes has 4 parts, 4 little dots. There are 4 entries. That's why there's 4 main characters to Vu. So you have, in one entrance, you have the land of the Niba Niba, which is a flower. In one entrance, you have the land of the Budonoki. I mean, there's multiple mascots or whatever, but I use the button eye. Like when people see that button eye, they know that it's Vu.
So what a mascot is, if you don't know. You can learn from a pro. If you don't know, look it up.
So the Vu, one part of the Vu eye is the land of the Niba Niba, the flower. You have the second part of the Vu world, or second entrance of the Vu world, is the land of the Budonoki, the flower giant. Then you have the third part of the Vu world, and that's the land of Takaji, the lizard, who can shapeshift, because lizards, are able to change color and, what's it called?
And they can grow back once they lose their tail.
Mm-hmm.
They can grow their tail back.
I can't think of what it's called. It's like, you know, when an octopus forms to like whatever they're around, like the color or whatever. I'm gonna think of it later after camouflage.
Yeah.
So yes, and then you have the fourth part, which is the land of Jaime, which is the screen giant. And it's kind of like, Jaime is pretty much like a twin of Vu. So each, like, as you get deeper and deeper into Vu, it gets deeper and deeper. I'm still writing the story, and
I'm really learning. Like, this is all new for me.
Yeah, I have not really told anybody about it at all.
I like the
y'all
four
getting
entries.
Exclusive.
Yes, I like the four
details.
entries thing.
Mhm.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Okay, and then the other eye, because this is a one button eye. Is there another eye, or there's no other eye?
Well, they do have two eyes, but it's all just, it's that button eye. It's just always just the four entrances.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm still writing the story of Vu, and pretty much now trying to ground it to relate to like people.
Okay.
So I can gather an audience.
Right.
But in the meantime, I'm going to create Vu and Friends so that I can really introduce all of the characters to the world without having to take it so seriously.
Okay.
Like on Inside Vu, everything is very much strategically planned. I'll draw a whole drawing and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna post it because it doesn't really go with what I want to go with, and I'm just always thinking so hard on what I'm gonna draw next and how I'm gonna introduce it, how it's gonna fall into place with how I'm gonna introduce the story. So on Vu and Friends, it's just gonna be something that's much more simple, introducing the characters, and I'm able to just draw.
I got a question because y'all, if I'm wrong, correct me. But she said she was Vu, and she finna do Vu and Friends, and I'm gonna Vu Friends in real life, IRL. So am I gonna be a character inside Vu?
Of course, baby. I can make a character, yes. So if you are following Inside Vu, you know that they are also more Vu humans of my friends who have inquired about getting characters made. So yeah, I definitely gotta make you a character. For sure. For sure.
Dude, what you think my character should look like? Cause your character's so cute. I'm gonna pop up a picture of her character, y'all, and y'all gonna be like, "Oh my god, it looks just like her."
So with being that it's a cartoon, like you know how characters can pretty much like change.
Mm-hmm.
So when the Vu humans are on Earth, they are like the character that I just created for myself.
Okay.
When we travel into Vu's eye, that's when we all have like the button eyes. So you'll see like on my page, I'll have like characters that are kind of like regular eyes. They still have like the colors of the Vu eye, but they're just regular eyes. And then you'll have another character that has the Vu button eyes. And that's just to show or let you know that they're inside Vu world.
So not all.
So you'll have two different characters.
Okay.
You'll have a character for Earth. You have a character for when you travel inside Vu.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait.
But yeah,
I feel like I'm getting the exclusive. Like,
you
I'm
really are, because
I
have not been talking about it like that in front of people.
Okay. I'm excited to see what comes in the digital space. I'm excited to see where you go in the physical space as well, because we got to do. Well, I'm so glad that we got to do this sit down video. Definitely got to do another one. Follow up part 2.
Yes.
You down?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
There's a lot that I still want to talk about too, like about virtual reality, how I'm going to incorporate Vu in virtual reality, how I'm going to bring it to life.
We can't give them all the tea.
Period.
Yeah, we can't give them all the tea yet, but we did give them a lot with the AI and with the art world, the digital world. Like, I feel like that's kind of been my thing on my channel. Like, I've been trying to give the girls a little bit, just to give some things, like take these terminologies, these terms, and go search them up.
And search and
figure out what AI is and art and how to sell art and blase. Okay.
That's what I've learned. If I want to know something, I'm YouTubing it, I'm Googling it, I'm researching on that topic, especially if it's interesting to me.
You know what? And that's what you guys should do too. Go search it up. Learn. I love to learn, okay?
I love to learn.
So
read.
Read. Okay, hello.
Please.
Speaking of reading, make sure you join the Girl Mob because we got book club and you're gonna love it. We have other things.
Gotta come to book club.
Yes. Period. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram at Luxury. Subscribe to my channel before you go. Hit the notification bell or bell notification so you'll be notified every time a new video goes up. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next Rags to Rich Girls. Bye. Peace.
Baby.